r/ask Reddit. What are you in the 1% of? I was born with a neuromuscular disease called paroxysmal dyskinesis choreotosis. It sends false electrical signals from my brain to my muscles. Less than 1% of the world's population has a form of it and it's non-life threatening, so there is next to zero research on it. I usually have headphones in so I can make it look like I'm dancing so I can play it off. Smart move with the headphone strategy. 90% of the time that worked, but playing sports in school and in the heat would make it worse. To the point I'd be on the ground looking like I'm having a seizure. I just let everyone know I'm good and let it run its course. I have a freckle on the back of my eyeball. They have to give me regular checkups on whether it has become cancerous or not. I'm curious how they would have found that in the first place. IDK where you're from, but in the UK when we go for an eye checkup they just take photos anyways. Penis size, but not the 1% you would brag about. You're in at least the 51st percentile if you have one at all. Bro, you're above average. We found the glass half full guy. Women who are very tall. I'm 6 feet 4 inches. We look up to you. My ideal pickup line for tall women is I have a feeling you and I see eye to eye on a lot of things. I think 1% of Redditors are over 65. Yay. Really? 66? And I didn't even think it could be special. I'm in here too. 68. We are special. Got cancer in my 20s. Or YISSS. Gaddam. And here I am. Worrying about my balding head. Hope everything works out for you, my stranger friend. Are you recovering? Or have you recovered already? I have a B blood type which only accounts for about 1% of the population. Also B, the amount of Red Cross emails and calls I get each week, I swear. B+ here, was a blood donor for years, until an autoimmune condition shut that door for me. I count the decision of becoming a donor amongst the top 3 I ever made in my life and the sense of fulfillment with each donation amongst the top 5. I have 2 urethras. Edit. Yes, I am a male. Do you P2 streams? Double barreled. Bottom 1% height for my age, let's go. I'm 24 and 4 feet 11. Edit. I am a girl and 110 pounds. I'm 4 feet 10. I'm 6 feet 4. If you're 6 feet 4 or taller you're in the world's top 1% tall. Damn it, I am 6 feet 3. Edit. 8 IDK why the F this blew up, but I ain't complaining. I'm literally punching the air RN. I gotta take a dump 3-4 times a day. Edit. Of course that my most upvoted comment is about something like this. Wow, I'm the opposite. I poop like twice a week. You are full of shit. I mean only 1-2% of Americans have epilepsy, and when you add in those that also have Tourette's, I bet it's closer to 1%. But what would I know? I'm just a tick-riddled epileptic. I can hold my breath for over 2 minutes and swim 2 consecutive laps underwater. There's loads of people that'll be better at it, but 1% isn't all that hard once you're kind of good in a sport. Surprisingly, I used to be able to do this too, but I haven't been doing much swimming lately, so yeah. My body is trying its best to kill me. Familial hypercholesterolemia, ADD pie, prolactinoma on my pituitary gland. Diagnosed at very early stage breast cancer 36 yo. Mastectomy. Came back in bones and lungs at 45 yo. What are the chances? I feel yeah. I had 2 rare bile leaks from a botched gallbladder surgery. My liver almost failed. Chronic pancreatitis. Ovarian cancer all by the age of 28 lol. You both must be immortal. A live kidney donor for my sister. My proudest achievement TBH. Wow, thanks kind strangers for the awards. I've received a kidney from my mom and then my brother after the first one gave out. You are a hero for sure. So technically your mom gave you 2 shitty kidneys? Richest people in the world. Now in my country? No. But in the world as a whole? Yes. Bernie Sanders wants to know your location. I'm autistic, though sometimes I feel it's more like 1/3 of the people on the internet. Edit. Wow. Thanks for the silver, gold, and freaking platinum. Random strangers. I feel like a lot of people self-diagnose on the internet. I'm not saying you diagnosed yourself. Just that a lot of people who make it their internet personality are probably not even actually diagnosed. I personally know 3 people who have autism but haven't seen one doctor about it. That's true. I'm confirmed autistic, and the things you described in your comment annoy the shit out of me. This may be the first time my name's ever been relevant. I'm a widower and I've had a child pass away. This makes me sad. I'm so sorry you've had to endure such tragic events. My in-laws have custody of my oldest daughter while I have my son too. I've had a congenital glaucoma. Very rare since it is congenital. Edit. In first place, this is my most upvoted comment ever and thank you for that. But, since many people asked, I'll quickly explain what a congenital glaucoma is. So, to those who want to know a little more about it, a congenital glaucoma is a mutation that affects one of the eyes or both. It causes an accumulation of a liquid that we have in order to keep it wet, since the hole where it flows isn't opened or is really tiny, resulting in a bigger ocular tension. This ocular tension can cause vision loss or blindness. For that reason, I was submitted to a surgery right after that being discovered, when I was 6 months old, in the country where I born. Only 2 babies, me included, had this malformation that were born in the same year as me. I've never met someone with it, only a few redditors today, making it a little special and rare. Everything is okay and I wish the best to everybody reading this, especially the ones who have this amazing detail. Thank you. Edit 2. If you look closely, you can also notice that I've one pupil bigger than the other. It's with genital. That's too bad. It's actually 2%, but having green eyes. Me too. I didn't know that. Thank you. You didn't know you have green eyes? I have pectus excavatum. It happens in about 300-400 births, so less than 1% actually. Instead of growing normally, my ribs grew inward, causing a sort of bowl-like shape to my chest. Edit. I didn't expect this to blow up, so I'll be a bit more specific since so many questions are coming in. No, I didn't have the NUS procedure since mine isn't severe enough to affect my heart or lungs. I know 3 people that have it and it is typically more common in males, but one of people I know that has it is a girl. My dad has it as well, although his is barely noticeable since he has more developed pecs. I can inhalate cereal out of it on occasion, but usually just to show people that I can, since it ends up being pretty messy. I thought I would never see this in this thread, but having it as an added bowl to eat from while laying down might be the funniest 1% thing to do. I'm one of fewer than 1% of all players on Steam have the puzzler achievement in Batman Arkham City Gotti. There's actually a glitch with achievements percentages right now. The achievement for rescuing the 4th hostage is 3%, but the achievement for rescuing the 3rd hostage, puzzler, is 0.01%. You can't get the 4th hostage without the rescuing the 3rd hostage. 3% of players use speedrunning tactics to sequence break past the 3rd hostage. I have several types of synesthesia. Colors constantly in my head and in my vision at times. Memories or feelings can trigger smells for me. For example, if I feel very comfortable with someone, that makes my head filled with the color green and I can smell cinnamon. Is this as cool as it sounds, or are there some drawbacks? Or I guess you might not know, since it's just always been that way for you. I have synesthesia and the only drawback is when you get weirded out by colored words, or mixing up 2 very different words, memories or feelings, because they have the same color/texture personality. And also, talking about this kind of stuff with other people. Weed is really awesome though. I passed through the fire and flames on Guitar Hero 3 on Expert. I am an identical twin. I'm left-handed, and I have green eyes. One of a kind. Identical twin, or not. You can be the 1% of anything, if specific enough. I'm better than most people at being able to recite this particular comment within the next 10 seconds. I was the first woman in my entire state to own a copy of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. How the hell do you manage to know that? Her uncle probably works at Nintendo. As a 6 feet 5 inches 18-year-old, I am in the 97th percentile for height for guys my age. Edit. Here's the website I got the metric off of if you'd like to find out where you stand. https:// reference medscape.com calculator/height age percentile boys. I must be as well then 6 minutes and 10 seconds at 22. Wow, your tar LL. Do you play B as Ketty B all? The 1% of people who will survive No Nut November. Mom has entered the chat. Don't tempt him. My battery life, right now. My IQ. Not many people can reach such a supreme level of dumbness. 1% of cats have asthma, including mine. So I guess less than 1% of people have a cat with asthma. People whose favorite Tom Hanks Meg Ryan film is Joe vs. the Volcano. There are dozens of us. Dozens. Reddit karma. I might have what is called a comment addiction. People in the world who have screamed the alphabet backwards in the past 30 seconds. Severe pollen allergy. Face will swell up within minutes of stepping outside if I haven't taken an allergy med that day. By being me, it's only one of me. I have a condition where I can't control my laughter. I've literally laughed when a woman told me she had cancer. Man face palming. Hello Arthur. IQ. This is about as meaningless in real life as you'd imagine. My common sense and EQ is average at best. I think you're part of the 1% daring to admit it. Well, not to brag, but my dog thinks I'm pretty much the best thing since wet food. I'd say top 1% in giving head scratches and belly rubs. I've been to all 50 states. I'm a 13-year female and I'm 6 feet tall. Men's size 13 Nikes. As someone in the top 1% of Reddit karma, I can access r/top. Nothing happens there. Getting 39 gallstones at the age of 25. From my 17th year on I sometimes had inexplicable pain radiating from my side to my back so heavy that I couldn't breathe or sleep. Every doctor had different ideas, but nothing really helped. Years later, when I was 25, a nice friend said to me, "The next time you are in pain because of this we will drive to the military hospital. In my city it is possible for civilians to go there too." So there was a very young doctor who took his time to ultrasound all my organs. Then he found these amount of gallstones. He was surprised, because in my age normally you don't get them. After a surgery with gallstones and bladder removal I finally felt better. I'm very thankful that there was a doctor who was motivated enough to try everything to find the problem. Edit. Typo. I have heterochromia. Top 0.9% of all Rocket League players. I'm in the 1% of people that can say they were shot in the face at point blank range and literally caught the bullet in their mouth and then spit it out on the ground in front of the shooter. Man shrugging. For context, I got shot in the face while being carjacked. The bullet went in about an inch in front of my left ear, went through my cheekbone, through my maxillary sinus, through my maxillar bone, then came to a stop once it hit the large mass of bone in the roof of my mouth. The ballistic pressure and energy from the bullet blew a hole through the roof of my mouth a size slightly smaller than a ping pong ball, and a combination of the bone exploding and shattering, the blood pouring out, and a little gravity, together, caused the bullet to fall through that hole and into my mouth. I ended up spitting it out on the ground when I got out of the vehicle, thinking it was a tooth. Wasn't until medical personnel told me later that it was the bullet that I had spit out and that I ended up not losing any teeth. IDK how many people are born at 29 February? Might be less than 1%. Thinking face. I can lick my elbow, though I don't know the percentage of people who also can. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content bruh. It's free and that's a great price.